Today we're going to read another nonfiction story. Okay, this has got real information in it, really cool information too. Remember, when we read a nonfiction story, we have to think of the topic, the main idea, and at least 3 details. Our story today is Biggest, Strongest, Fastest. Biggest, strongest, fastest. Remember, as we're reading this story, we need to know the topic, the main idea, and details that go with the main idea. Biggest, Strongest, Fastest by Steve Jenkins. Animals live all around us. They crawl, walk, run, hop, swim, and fly. Some animals are too small to see without a microscope. Others, like the blue whale, are bigger than a house. There are animals that move as fast as a car, and animals that would need half an hour to cross a room. Here are some of the biggest and smallest, fastest and slowest, strongest and longest animals. They are the record holders of the animal world. An African elephant is the biggest land animal. The largest elephant ever measured was more than 13 feet tall and weighed 22,000 pounds. An African elephant eats over 300 pounds of grass or leaves every day. So the biggest land animal is the African elephant. The strongest animal, for its size, is the ant. An ant can carry 5 times its own weight. A strong man can carry something that weighs about as much as he does. An ant can carry 5 times its own weight. The tallest animal is the giraffe. Male giraffes grow as tall as 19 feet. The females are a little shorter. With their great height and long, flexible necks, giraffes can eat leaves that other grazing animals cannot reach. It's the tallest animal, the giraffe. The blue whale is the biggest animal that has ever lived. A blue whale can grow to be 110 feet long and weigh over 168 tons, as much as 20 elephants. Even the biggest dinosaur was smaller than a blue whale. The largest animal ever to live, a blue whale. The Etruscan shrew, the world's smallest mammal, could sleep inside a teaspoon. From the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, the shrew is only 2.5 inches long. It weighs about as much as a ping pong ball. The smallest bird is the bee hummingbird. The bee hummingbird is an acrobatic flyer that is only 3 inches long. It weighs 1/30th of an ounce, less than a dime. Man, the smallest bird. Ooh, I know what those are. The sun jellyfish is the world's longest animal. Sun jellyfish have tentacles over 200 feet long. They drag 3 poisonous filaments through the water to stun fish, which they then catch and eat. Here's everyone's favorite. The largest kind of spider is the bird spider. The bird spider measures almost a foot across and has a poisonous bite. It spins a very strong web to trap the birds and large insects it eats. The cheetah can run faster than any other animal. A cheetah can reach speeds over 60 miles an hour, but only for a few hundred feet. When it chases another fast animal, such as an antelope, the cheetah must catch it quickly. So it can run fast, but not for a long time. The electric eel gives the strongest shock of any animal. An electric eel can give a shock of up to 650 volts, over 5 times the voltage needed to light a standard household light bulb. That is enough electricity to give a serious shock to a horse or other large animal. The land snail is one of the slowest animals. Some snails can move only 8 inches in a minute. At that speed, the snail would need 5.5 days to travel 1 mile. Fortunately, the snail, with its hard shell, does not need to run away from danger. There are many kinds of large snakes, but the anaconda is the biggest. Anacondas can grow to be over 25 feet long and weigh 400 pounds. They wait in trees and drop onto their prey. A hungry anaconda can swallow a whole deer or goat. Maybe a little kindergartner too. Just joking. The flea is very small, but is the world's best jumper. The flea is only 1/16 of an inch tall, but it can jump 8 inches into the air. That is about 130 times its own height. If a 5.5-foot tall woman could jump as well as a flea, she could leap to the top of a 65-story building. Superwoman! The Galapagos tortoise lives longer than any other animal. Galapagos tortoises can live to be over 150 years old, about twice as long as the average person can expect to live. And that's the end. That was biggest, strongest, fastest. So now, after we're done now, what was the topic of this story? This is not too hard. It's animal traits. Different things we know about animals is the topic. What's the main idea? The main idea is going to be the biggest, the fastest, the shortest. We're looking for the winners of different categories that we rate the animals. And then can we get 3 details? Well, this guy right on front, that's the cheetah, can run faster than 60 miles an hour, but only for short periods. The African elephant, He's the biggest land animal. But the blue whale is the largest animal that's ever lived on Earth, even bigger than the dinosaurs. There were a lot of other cool details in there. I hope you remember them.